Want to have a sleepover at my place this weekend, bestie? I've got nothing else planned.
Sure, I'm all caught up with my homework. That stuff is not exactly a challenge, it's a breeze.
We could have the whole basement to ourselves.
Hey you, redhead in the red sweatshirt, quick question. Which name do you prefer? Cherry Top, Big Red, or just the classic, Ginger? Whatever you prefer, you better listen carefully.
Listen here, you entitled pink hat wearing blonde haired bitch. I don't know what kind of business you have thinking you can just come right on over here and call shots thinking you're some kind of queen bee. But you have absolutely no right to be saying such things to my bestie. So, take your pretty little spoiled feet in those obviously expensive heels, walk your pretty little legs on out of here and away from us in the other direction, and don't come up to us trying to be in charge. We won't take the bull from someone who got spoiled and pampered because mommy and daddy couldn't give her enough of their love and affection. And if you dare try and disrespect my best friend Phoebe ever again, you'll have me to answer too. We clear on that, bitch?
Big mistake. You two are going to pay, especially you tough and pathetic little Ginger. I promise that I will make these last few years of school for you both a living hell. So, I would watch yourselves.
Do we heed that warning from that girl Riley? She sounded pretty serious about what she said.
Who? Paige. She's all talk and no action. Trust me, I've seen the kind of character she can be. She won't do shit. And even if she tries, don't worry about her, bestie. I'll be at your side.
As we both know, Phoebe, from that day onward that Riley stood up to me, I vowed to become queen bee of our school. And it worked. I soon had almost the entire student body at my side.
Yeah, until you made Riley take her own life. Then those very same students turned on you and betrayed you.
A small setback, yes. But it wouldn't have come to that if you and Riley had just played along in the first place to what I had to say. Although I never showed it at first, I would have gladly taken you both under my wing and nothing bad would have had to come to either of you two.
And the lie detector test determined that was a lie.
And how would you know that I'm lying? You don't know jack shit, Perez. You're still the same.
I'd be shaking in my shoes right now with you here, Paige, if I was still the same as you make it out to be.
You still are. I know you are.
Phoebe, you're literally staring down the very girl who you couldn't stand up to. The girl who traumatized you in order to prove a point.
Sorry, Kevin, but proving a point means absolutely nothing when it all comes collapsing down on top of you. What has happened to both you and Paige has all but proven that to a T.
Save me your pitiful lecture, Perez.
Yeah, no kidding. Paige and I haven't failed.
And the lie detector test determined that's another lie. And do you two want to know how I know that?
Because you're delusional?
I was going to say it's because you two have had similar patterns in what you both have done.
No, we don't.
Yes, you do.
No, we don't.
Yes, you do. It's pretty obvious if you ask me.
What's obvious is that you are being so delusional that I doubt you could make sense of your little theory.
Okay, then Paige, let's put what you just said to the test then. Here's fact number 1. Around the time the new school year started, Kevin, I remember the day when you targeted me after I ratted you out in Mrs. Brooks' class. You said the next time I got you in trouble, you said that you would make my high school years a living hell. Ironic, because Paige, after Riley stood up to you, you pretty much said the exact same thing. You both basically intended to try and make my school years unbearable for me. Here's fact number 2. You and Kevin each had circumstances where people did your dirty work for you by making them be your little puppets. You both used others when you didn't want to do things yourselves. Fact number 3. When things don't go the way you two planned that they would go, you two both took your own extreme measures to make sure you would each succeed. In your case, Kevin, your extreme measure that you took was bringing Paige here to try and traumatize me. And in your case, Paige, your extreme measure was having you and your group push it with Riley, which, as you and I both know, ultimately would result in her taking her own life. In the time I have gotten to know you both, you two have individually threatened me, had people do your dirty work, and have each taken extreme measures just so that things would go the way so that you two would win and get your way in the end. Which proves that you two have had some form of similar styles to your bullying tactics. That's pretty sad if you ask me.
No, Phoebe, what is sad is that you think you're in some kind of position to try and act like you know me and Kevin so that you can try and stand up to me and him right now. Well, I hate to rain on your parade, you can't, because I know that you're still a scaredy little bitch, just like you were in the past.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not surprised that you would like to immediately think of me like that, Paige. It's a natural response. But I would like to bring up one important keyword that you just said. Past. Everything that happened between you and me, and even Riley for that matter. All of that stuff happened in the past, in 6th grade. It's been 4 good years since Riley took her own life. Even now, it hurts to think about the pain she was going through.
Oh, boo-hoo, Phoebe, I don't care.
You don't care that Riley's gone?
No, I don't. Because I already served what the legal system decided was a fitting punishment for me.
How interesting.
Interesting? Being sent to a juvenile detention center for a couple years without being able to do what you want is not interesting, Perez. To me, being stuck there was the worst time of my life. It didn't help either that it was around the time when the stupid pandemic started. Wearing face masks, having to social distance, and following different guidelines, it made things even more unbearable for me.
Because of what happened to Riley. I would say that you got off easy, Paige.
You want to know something else that's easy, Phoebe? Me kicking your ass right into the pavement.
Okay, Paige. Do it. Beat me right into the pavement.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah, seriously, Phoebe?
Yes, Paige, I'm serious. Go right on ahead, take your best swing at me. Pound me right into the pavement. Do whatever you want to do to me. But in the end, it doesn't even matter. And I will tell you why. I'm not afraid of you, not even a bit, not anymore, Paige. No matter what you try and do to me from this point on, I will just get right back up. Or, if you were for some reason to beat me up so bad that you could end up killing me right here and now, I don't need to worry at all. Because I know that I will still find peace. And I also know that I will finally be reunited with Riley. The thing is, Paige, I've met lots of great people since the beginning of my sophomore school year. And in the end, I'll always have somebody at my side backing me up. Whether it is in person, in spirit, or as my guardian angel, who has a presence that I can feel. What do you have to say to that?
What do I have to say to that? I'll tell you, Perez. I say you are still the same shy, stupid, delusional, pathetic,
Paige?
scaredy cat red-haired bitch that you are.
Paige.
You don't scare me, and I've had enough of your ridiculous words.
Paige.
I've waited a long fucking time for this moment, and I will enjoy every single second of it.
Paige.
Will you shut up? Can't you see that I'm busy right now? You did after all ask me to come here so that I can traumatize Phoebe.
Forget that, Paige. We've got company.
What's the big deal, Kevin?
Paige, we are now seriously fucked. I'm getting out of here.
I don't think so. Your escape route has just been blocked off.
This is so bad.
Looks like we got here just in time.
Vice Principal Hubbard, Principal Moonlight? What are you two doing here?
We'll explain everything later, Phoebe. But right now, me and Vice Principal Hubbard have a Laurel and Hardy to deal with.
And for starters, Kevin quit it with the jumping around.
Look, Vice Principal Hubbard, Principal Moonlight, we can talk about this, right?
The only people you're going to talk to are your parents, Mr. Cross.
Oh, hey, that hurts.
You
Let
are
me go.
coming with me.
Now it's just you and me, you cocky little bitch.
Am I missing something here?
Coming from you, that is an understatement. You are indeed missing something, because your brain is too small to comprehend just how screwed you are. Paige, that's your name. Correct. You young lady can act like you are tough and confident all you want. But you actually aren't as tough and confident as you think you are. Your little charade won't work on me.
Charade? I don't have a charade. I actually am one tough bitch.
And the lie detector test determined that was a lie. You're not a tough bitch. You're actually a spoiled little brat who tries to act tough because she got spoiled and pampered throughout your life growing up. Problem is, you haven't met or had to come face to face with someone like me before.
I would choose your next move carefully, Paige. Principal Moonlight can and will easily annihilate you, because she knows how to kick ass and put people in their place. Including someone like you.
Oh, shut it, Phoebe. Nobody asked you to butt in. And wipe that stupid smile off your face.
Well, I hate to rain on your parade, Paige, but Phoebe can smile all she wants. She's right, I can easily put someone like you in your place. Don't try and act tough, because I'm sure that you got lots of hate from people after ultimately being responsible for the suicide of Phoebe's best friend, Riley. And even though you are just evil to your sick heart, we all know that there's a special place in hell for you.
Oh yeah, right. Why don't you just stop with the empty threats already?
Phoebe, you better step back. This is going to get real ugly.
Sure thing, Principal Moonlight.
Things are going to get real ugly? Yeah, right.
Get over here.
I should have brought popcorn.
Tag out, Paige. Tag out. Tag out.
No more, please. I beg of you, no more. Stop. I've suffered enough.
Oh, believe me, bitch, you haven't seen anything. Now, get your sorry ass up and let's go, because you're coming with me.
I know that you're never leaving my side, Riley. You're my guardian angel. And I feel that a sense of justice for you finally has been fully served. Now I can start to focus on my future. And you can finally be at true peace. You knew about the situation the whole time, Mom?
I did. I owe you a sincere apology, Phoebe. I am so sorry that I didn't come outside and be the mama bear that I'm supposed to be. Ever since you were born, you've always been me and Dad's top responsibility. If something were to ever happen to you, one or both of us would be right there for you. But tonight was different. When I looked outside the window and saw Paige again after all these years.
You thought back to what happened to me in 6th grade.
That's one of the reasons, yes. But the other reason I didn't do anything.
Mom, stop. I don't want to hear the other reason. What matters is that the situation is done and over with. Paige and Kevin are finally getting what they deserve. And I can finally be at peace with my past. Riley hasn't left my side this whole time. She's still with me, as my guardian angel.
Riley as your guardian angel? You know, I could definitely see something like that. It seems that spending the day with Cassandra really did something for you.
It did.
Well, I can't wait to hear more about it tomorrow morning. Right now you should get your pajamas on and get ready for bed, it's getting late. After what happened out front, you deserve some well-deserved and much-needed rest before school tomorrow. As for me, I have something very important that I need to tell Kevin's parents, just so they understand that I've had it with their son.
Oh, I bet it's going to be good.
I see. We understand your frustration and anger, Miss Perez. Do what you must. Well, thank you for letting us know. Have a good night. Goodbye. Phoebe's mom is pretty pissed. She's taking legal action and will be filing a restraining order.
Against Kevin.
Yep, she's not very happy. So tell us, Kevin, are you proud of yourself?
Kevin, answer the question.
I'm already getting into trouble, so what's the point?
Don't get smart with us, Kevin.
After that stunt you pulled tonight, trying to pull some ridiculous plot for revenge, you have just made things worse for yourself.
The fact you got one of Phoebe Perez's former classmates involved is the real nail in the coffin. We told you to figure out how to resolve your problems on your own, but instead you chose to ignore us and still decided to act ballsy. So guess what? You can say goodbye to all of your summer plans. Because your ass is going to military school.
What? No, you guys can't do that.
Yes, we can, Kevin. Your father and I have had enough.
You'll be spending all of your summer break attending military school and being taught much-needed discipline. After this summer wraps up, maybe you'll finally start to behave.
Oh, and another thing. We will be transferring you to another school when the new school year starts. In fact, we are planning to sell the house, pack up, and move further south to San Diego.
This will guarantee that you never pick on Phoebe Perez in person ever again. Any online bullshit that you are thinking of doing against her or others will not work either. There's going to be no more social media for you, no more computer, and no more phone privileges until you earn our trust back.
Is that all?
That will depend on how much more you want to push it with me and your mother. Now get your ass upstairs and go to bed.
This is the worst day of my life.
Kevin, upstairs, to bed, now.
How does it feel knowing Kevin's no longer going to be causing problems here?
I'm very happy about it. Kevin's been nothing but trouble this whole school year for not just you and me, but for several students too. With Phoebe being the most targeted by him. His boldness and carelessness are what has finally sealed both his and Paige's fates.
I still love the fact we came to Phoebe's aid. We stopped Kevin and Paige with ease. Strolling up in our principal and vice principal attire, being nothing but total badasses.
We can't leave out the fact that you decided to convince Samir to come along with us. We handled Kevin and Paige really well on our own.
You're right about that. But having Samir cut off any and all other possible escape routes was better safe than sorry. Kevin was screwed either way, but if Paige had somehow escaped back to wherever she came from, we wouldn't have known where to look for her. Which reminds me, you never told me what happened to Paige after you kicked her ass, and taught her an unforgettable lesson.
You should have seen it. After I beat that cocky bitch and pinned her to the ground, I got right in her face, gave her the most angriest stare that I could, and then got super strict with her, by saying this. Here's what you're going to do now, Paige. You're going to walk all the way back to whatever vehicle you drove. You're going to get in that vehicle and leave, never coming back to this town ever again. And you're never going to harass or traumatize Phoebe ever again either. Because if you ignore my warning, I promise I will make you regret it for the rest of your life. You got on my bad side once, you do not want it again.
Wow, you sure showed her.
Damn right I did. That'll teach the bitch.
Maybe now Kevin and Paige will finally start learning to be nicer to people, and stop trying to make things go their own way, instead of the right way.
And now that Phoebe's story has come to its end too, that brings even more layers of comfort.
We won the battle. We kept our promise to Phoebe that we wouldn't fail her.
We sure did. But the main reason we won is because you and I are one hell of a team.
Amen to that. I can't wait to see what the next school year brings.
You see visions of the sea, to fly so high as you could be.